Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel all about BI. So in the last session we discussed how to do flatten transformation in mapping data flow. So basically we used a JSON file which contained some normal key value pair as well as key value pairs inside arrays. Okay, so we just used a flatten transformation to write it to a relational model. Okay, so if you haven't watched that, please watch it to know more about it. In this session, right, we are going to see something very basic, which is nothing but select transformation in mapping data flow. Okay, so normally select is the first query that we write in any database, right? Select star from table name is the first query we will learn in any database. Okay, so in select query, right, what and all we will be doing is we will choose the columns, right, and then we will give alias names to the column, and then we can reorder the columns. So for example, reorder in the sense, in actual table, if the columns are in order column 1, column 2, column 3, in select query, right, you can write it as select column 3, column 2 and column 1, right? So we can interchange the column order. This is what we are going to do exactly in the select transformation in mapping data flow. Okay, I'm going to show you how do we do it. It's very simple. Apart from whatever I told you, right, selecting the columns, reordering the columns, aliasing the columns, we can make it more dynamic. Okay, in the sense, if there are multiple columns, right, you need not spend time in mapping. Okay, I'll show you what do I mean by making it dynamic. Okay, so for that I'll show you a couple of files that I'm using for my demo. Okay, so I have an XLSX file. If you see here, right, I have a sheet called sheet 3. I just have put some dummy columns for it, okay, to explain this demo. Okay, so we have 51 columns. The column names are just numbers. Okay, we have 51 columns here. So when we have these many kind of columns or more than 50 columns, right, Azure Data Factory provides us an option to make it very simple when it comes to aliasing and other mapping stuff. Okay, so this is one of the files that we are going to use today, and one more file is having lesser than 50 columns. That also I will show you. Okay, we can't view XLSX from portal, so that's why it's showing some jump characters. Alright, sales data.csv. This CSV file we are quite familiar with because we have used it for pivot and unpivot transformations, right? So when you look at this file, right, it has few columns than the XLSX file I showed you, right? So this is another file that I am going to use today. Alright, so coming back to adf.azure.com. So as I showed you, I have two sources. One is connecting to my Excel file, another one is connecting to my CSV file. Excel file is having 51 columns and CSV file is having 14 columns. Okay, I'm going to add select transformation to both of them to show you how it makes difference when it comes to number of columns. Okay, just choose select transformation. Okay, once you choose select, right, and you expand the in select settings, you will see something called input columns. We haven't done anything to do this mapping. Okay, region is mapped to region, country is mapped to country, item type, and so on. Okay, if we have fewer columns, select transformation itself is doing this mapping. Okay, automatic mapping. Okay, but though auto mapping hasn't been checked here, it is doing the mapping for us. Okay, because it has, since the source file has fewer columns, this mapping is automatically done. Okay, and if you want Azure Data Factory to map any drifting columns, drifting column in the sense, see right now your CSV file has these many columns only. Okay, but you want to make Azure Data Factory handle any new columns in future also, means you have to choose this auto mapping. Okay, when you click on this it will tell auto map columns to sync dataset, but when you choose this, right, it will tell it is going to map all the names of columns including drifted columns. Okay, drifted column in the sense, if any new column is going to come in the future or any column is going to be removed, it will be automatically handled. Okay, that is what this mentioning. Okay, so let me revert it to show you how this is by default it is looking. Okay, by default, just know that if number of columns are less than 50, it will be showing you the fixed mapping. This is called fixed mapping. There are three types of mapping in Data Factory select transformation. One is fixed mapping, rule based mapping, automatic mapping. Okay, whatever we are seeing now is called fixed mapping. CSV file less than 50 columns. This is called fixed mapping. Fixed mapping in the sense, whatever is the name of the column, we will be seeing the same name in the alias column. Okay, so when we write this particular CSV file to a sync transformation, right, we will be seeing the same name in the destination also, sync file or sync table also. Okay, so when you add a sync here, it is going to use the same name for creating the destination. Okay, so this is called fixed mapping. Alright, what is rule based mapping? When you have more than 50 columns, or when you have an Excel file like how I showed you, right, which is greater than 50 columns, then let's see what happens. Okay, I'm adding a select transformation here. Totally 51 columns, and when you come to select settings and seeing how it is mapping, right, what it is saying, all input columns, by default it is having an expression called true. What this true boolean expression will do is, it will map all the input columns to the same named column in the output. Okay, there will not be explicit mapping present here. Okay, and if you still want to convert it to fixed mapping, right, you can do this, because there may be instances when you want to use a different name in the alias column. Okay, if that is the case, for example, you may have a numeric column, for example revenue or some cost, and you want to alias it to be total revenue. Okay, total cost. Then you will have to modify the alias name present here. Okay, for that you will have to use the fixed mapping. Okay, you will convert it to fixed mapping, you will change it. But there is one another option here. Okay, in one of the earlier pivot transformations, right, I have shown you to do pattern mapping. If you haven't watched my video on that, please watch that to know more about pattern mapping. Pattern mapping in the sense, see, if our column names follow certain pattern, in the sense there might be columns which are all stringed. Okay, there might be columns which has some keyword like total in it. Okay, similarly we will have some we can observe some patterns in the input columns. Okay, if that is the case, we can write expressions which will map the column names dynamically. Okay, so based on what and all we can write expression is either by name of the column. You can use name of the column for writing expression, or type of the column, as just like how I told you now. All string columns you can write expression to map only all the string columns. Okay, based on type of the column and stream of the column, from which stream it is coming, input stream basically. Okay, and then there will be one more option that I forgot now. So based on these options, right, you can write pattern matching expressions and to map the input columns to output columns. Okay, what if the expressions are not met by certain columns? For example, you may have 2-3 columns. Okay, column 1, 2, column 3. Okay, of this, column 1 might be string, and this might be a double column, and this might be a boolean column, and you are writing expression to filter only string column. So this will ignore obviously column 2 and column 3. Okay, so this is also available. You can write expressions to map your input column based on certain conditions. Okay, so please watch my pattern matching video in the pivot transformation so that you will know more about it. Okay, alright, so what else is left out in our demo for today? So we have seen fixed transformation, rule based transformation, and auto mapping. Auto mapping, I have told you, this is also to handle drifting columns. If you are not sure that the number of columns is going to stay intact, right, you can choose this auto mapping column. Okay, and one more thing I wanted to show you is with respect to fixed mapping, right, We can reorder. I told you, right? We can give alias name. We can choose the columns that we want to do, and we can reorder. So choose the columns means, see, these many number of columns are there, and I don't want certain columns. Means what I can do is I can delete. So as and when you delete, you will see the updated numbers here. Okay. And what else? You can reorder. Okay. I can bring region to the last position. So if you hover over the left hand side of this checkbox, right, you will see a hand symbol using which you can drag your columns to wherever you want. So right now I have brought the region column to last but one column. Okay, so this is what we can do with respect to select transformation. Okay, and if you have some chance, right, please learn more about this pattern matching. Okay, I'll quickly show you some of the expressions that are commonly used in pattern matching. Okay, what we can do is, in the source Excel, right, everything is considered to be string here. Okay, what we shall do is we shall convert any of the columns to double. Okay, and see what happens. We'll preview the data, switch on debug. So what I'm going to do is change any of the columns to double, and you're going to only filter that particular double column in the select transformation, leaving all other columns. Okay, by using pattern matching or rule based mapping. Okay, basically. Okay, so we shall convert this total revenue column, total cost column, and total profit column to be double. Okay, choose double. Under projection tab, you can change the data type, or else while data preview also you can change it. So since data preview is going to take some time, right, I'm using this projection option. See, my Dataflow debug is still switched on, still being switched on. Okay, it is acquiring cluster now, so I am just using the projection tab in the CSV file. Okay, to convert the data type. This can also be done in data preview tab. Okay, okay, so I have converted it. So now we are going to write some expressions. Okay, in select transformation you can filter the double columns, but how do I do that? Click on add mapping. Okay, if you click on add mapping, it will ask fixed mapping or rule based mapping. You have to check rule based mapping, and then let us remove these three columns. Okay, and then this total revenue column I will remove, and then total cost column also I will remove, total profit, because we are going to write the expression for that. Okay, so here type of the column, so what it is going to do is it is going to map or match those columns whose type is a double. Okay, so this is all about the expression we wanted to write. Okay, so enter output column name expression. So how do you want to name the output column? Just like an alias column. Okay, what we can tell is double columns. We can prefix something to the actual column name. Okay, plus name of the column, whatever is coming. Okay, so what it is going to do is, if your column name is total revenue, right, then it is going to append double total revenue. This is how it is going to rename the alias to. Okay, let us see how it is working. This $$ will just bring the name of the column whichever is matching the expression that we have given. Okay, so save and finish. You have something called a mirror here. Okay, so just click on it to see what are the columns which are falling under the type that or expression we have given here. There are three columns which are mapping double column here, and what it has done is it has appended double before the column name. Okay, this is how we are using pattern matching or rule based mapping in the select transformation. Okay, so we can do this in select transformation, pivot transformation, and few other transformations as well. So it is a very handy option if you have to handle with multiple columns, right, you can use this particular pattern matching or rule based mapping. Okay, I think I have made it clear. If you have any doubts about it, please let me know in the comment section. because the select transformation is going to be very useful if you have to deal with multiple columns with various kinds of data types and other stuff. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Okay.